So I've got to ask the question just because I know we were just discussing it. So like, how do you find that balance though? Because I know it's really just you who's kind of running your business. So how do you find that balance between being an artist and still trying to run a business and make a living, you know? Because I know you were talking about like, oh, I want to put something out there that's found in the dark corner, you know, but there is that balance, right?
It needs to appeal to pay the bills.
Correct. And that's right. And so that's how do you approach that? And like,
yeah, it's like, how do you sell your work, but not sell your soul kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
I mean, I worked in advertising out of school for like 3 or 4 years, and it just kind of like it bummed me out.
It does.
Like, I mean, it was cool. I learned a lot, and like some of the people I worked with were super duper driven and like really cared about what they were doing, which was cool to see in a field like that. But I just wasn't getting the creative like satisfaction. I just felt like I was like just regurgitating stuff that like was on Dribbble. You know what Dribbble is? It's like a graphic designer, people who do graphic design work just it's like and like basically people just copy stuff from Dribbble all the time.
I gotcha.
You're right. And like, so when I was doing that, my soul was just kind of getting crushed. I wasn't feeling like I was producing anything that was worthwhile, you know, because I'm thinking about things like we spoke about before. Okay, we're artists in the modern era. Is this all I'm here for, is to just make Instagram ads for like corporate companies I don't care about?
Yeah.
No, that's not why I'm here. Right. I have other things to say, and you know, I just have to find a way to get my message to certain people. And so a lot of my business today is like outreach and just trying to like reach clients that could fund a piece of artwork. And it was really hard initially because like my city doesn't have a very, how do I say it nicely?
It's okay. I've heard this a million times.
There's a preference towards very safe art, you know, that is representative of a certain, it's hard to say this nicely.
Vision.
Basically, where the funds are coming from for certain art projects in the city are geared towards pushing a certain narrative of, I'm really struggling with how to say this. Long story short, a lot of murals that are easily funded and more easily recognizable for a community to embrace very quickly are, they're kind of like a Happy Meal type of an art project where it's a picture of a person. Yeah. There's some flowers. There's bright colors. Some of the colors don't really mesh together very well, but it's yellow and purple and pink, and
that's a hot take.
You know, it's stuff that like is going to easily be like, oh, that is good art.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the stakeholders at hand to approve and move some of those projects along are kind of like, you know, they're looking for art that satisfies their vision and their goal, which is cool. Yeah. I respect that.
Right.
But those aren't really the jobs that I'm kind of after. And I've spent forever applying for open calls and, you know, hey, we're needing a mural, yada, 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 send your designs, yada, yada. And like, I never get any of them because it's not really the right audience for what I'm trying to do. So a lot of what I'm doing is actually just trying to, I don't want my art to like steal the show. You know, like some murals are, you drive by and you're like, wow, that's a huge, amazing lion or something. And it's so cool that they painted that lion. And, oh, it's shocking. I want my murals to just mesh with the city in a way that you don't even really know it's there almost.
Yeah.
Like you drive by and it's just a part of the fabric of the city.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a nod to my graphic design past, because the best graphic design, you don't notice. It's just exactly how it should be. The best, UI experience for an iPhone, stuff just happens the way you think it should happen. You slide your hand to the left, the icon pops up just how you're expecting. You click it, you move on.
You don't have to think about it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I do want my art to be thought about, but I also want that sense of discovery, where you're in the fabric of the city and you see something and you're like, whoa, that's been there? Like who, why is this here? How long have I parked next to this mural and not even really noticed that it's here?
Yeah, it gives me like a stop and smell the flowers type of like, if you take the time to be like intentional, like, holy crap, whoa.
Oh, it's
100%.
It's like the one here in Columbus on 6th Street.
Yeah.
Well, I was